Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jordan Still. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the JHS Unicorn V2. I love the sound of Uni-Vibe pedals, and so I reached out to JHS and they kindly sent the Unicorn V2 over for me to check out. I wrote a song demonstrating some of the amazing sounds that you can get out of the Unicorn V2. The Unicorn was used on all guitar tracks in the song. Let's check it out.
Looking around in the darkness, you don't know what's behind the next door. Imagination's running wild. Is it real or simply fantasy? The sounds getting loud in the mind, under the essence of truth. Of truth. The sounds getting loud in the mind, under the essence of truth.
Right when I plugged into that pedal, the intro riff of that song came out and I just went with it. I just find Uni-Vibes to be super inspiring and fun to play. Now let's go over some of the specs of the Unicorn V2 before going in and messing around some different sounds. It's an all analog pedal and uses a vintage style photo cell to get the Uni-Vibe sound. It's true bypass, has a dry wet switch for you can get like only Uni-Vibe and blend it with the normal kind of classic Uni-Vibe sound. Has a tap and expression out and two buttons on the front. One's a tap tempo, which is super awesome. We're going to check that out later. And of course, the on and off switch. The tap tempo button alongside the ratio knob is a great combination for when you're just jamming and you want the perfect Uni-Vibe speed. You can just tap it right to whatever song you're playing and you can adjust the ratio where you want, and it just makes jamming with it so easy. And I didn't think this last one would be my favorite feature, but the volume knob has a 9 dB boost built into it, which sounds epic, and it actually allows you to use this as like an overdrive boost pedal, and it has a great natural kind of frequency in it that sounds great. We're going to check that out as well. All right, now that we covered the specs of the Unicorn V2, let's hear how it sounds. Right now, I just got some basic settings. Everything's in the middle. Here's my bass guitar tone. This is just the IRX, and I'm adding a little bit of reverb and delay. And then we just turn the pedal on. Now I found the tap tempo button on the front like super handy when just jamming, come up with a new riff. You can get it perfectly in time, especially when you combine that with the ratio knob. So say we're just jamming, let's see, So just right out of the gate, sounds amazing. Let's crank the depth up and see what happens. That's pretty hefty for normal use, but it's pretty sweet. But I usually like it around noon to 3 o'clock. I found like a really good old vibey sound. One thing I found very useful is like we could tap it to a particular tempo of a song, but say we don't want it just quarter notes, right? So say, you know, we have it on the particular tempo that we have right now. We can just go to the ratio knob and move it up. For example, in the riff I wrote for the song, something like this. If I tap it out. So now, here's the quarter note for that. But if I wanted it to be the same tempo but felt in a faster BPM, and there's a part in the song I went, the rhythm guitars cleaned up a little bit, and they played. Turn it on. Say I had one guitar at that, and I wanted to layer another BPM with the Uni-Vibe, so I might go quarter notes on the second guitar. Right. And then also it's cool, you know, in the moment we can tap these different tempos. Like I could be mid-song and tap the tempo for this riff. One cool thing I experimented with is using the full wet setting. So that sounds like this. It's pretty trippy. So if we just hit the full wet. So it's a fully like chorus sound. Vibrato, I guess. But it's cool to layer a guitar track with just that. Where it's completely bent and out of tune, and then you layer it with one maybe where it's off, and you'll get a very wide, fat sound, so that's really cool to mess around with there. If you would like to support me and this channel, go check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Over there, you'll find tons of great guitar lessons, all with tab, covering scales, licks, techniques, and much more. You also get early access to videos, and you can sign up for one-on-one lessons with me. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get back to the video. All right, now the hidden feature about this that I think is one of the coolest things is the volume has a 9 dB boost in it. And let's hear the tonal changes with that. It sounds awesome. Let me back the depth down. Now, one of the hidden features I found on this, which is probably the coolest thing, because there's a built-in kind of tone to the Uni-Vibe, and then plus that boost, that 9 dB boost, I found if you roll the depth all the way down, I'm going to roll the rate down as well. If you roll that all the way down and then crank the volume, you basically get built-in slash tone. For all my lead parts on that song, I literally just crank the volume, turn the depth down a little bit, and it just sits. It's almost a fixed wah sound in a way, at a certain, like kind of like at a mid frequency on a wah, just built right in. It sounds awesome. And then, you know, with it off, and then on. So this pedal can also act as like a killer overdrive solo boost. Cuts right in those mids. It adds a lot of nice smooth sustain. And then, you know, at any moment you can just roll it back to normal, awesome Uni-Vibe sounds. All right, well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the Unicorn V2. It's a really, really awesome pedal. Great modulation sounds, but also has a hidden boost in there, which is super magical and cuts through and sounds awesome. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.